Alright, what is going on, guys? Got another breakdown for UFC Vegas 70. Main event here at light heavyweight. We got Nikita Krylov taking on Ryan Spann. Spann going to have a 4-inch advantage in reach. He's also 2 inches taller. Training out of Fortis MMA is Spann. So I guess I'll start with him. Coming in on a nice two-fight winning streak. Both wins coming in the first round. Guillotine against Ian Cutelaba in the first round. Just immediately pounced on that. Cutelaba was never able to get going, and against Dom Reyes, puts him out with a jab in the first round. Did rock him a couple times before that. So, two good wins. Cutelaba is kind of all over the place. I don't necessarily rate him all that highly. He's a solid fighter, good talent, but just tends to snatch defeat from the jaws of victory. It feels like with the matchmaking. But, it is what it is. Good, solid first round win there. Then against Dom Reyes, I really think the chin is gone on Dom Reyes after that Yuri fight. So it is a good win. It's a good win on paper. But I just don't think Dom Reyes is the same anymore. He just doesn't seem to be able to take a punch. It's like I said, he was rocked a couple times before getting put down in that one. So, yeah, two good wins. I would put kind of an asterisk next to both of them. The losses, Anthony Smith and Johnny Walker. Johnny Walker was a weird one. He kind of drives in for the double leg and just gets elbowed, knocked out. And then Anthony Smith, there was a little bit of beef before that one. I guess Spann was kind of saying that Smith was a has-been. So Smith comes out really motivated. It's a wild fight in the first round, and then Smith ends up putting him down and getting the rear naked choke in the first round. Then they eventually squashed the beef after the fight, after having some words. So it was a really motivated Anthony Smith. But before that, another controversial one for Ryan Spann. Not really controversial, but just kind of disappointing against Sam Alvey. Split decision. I thought it was rounds 1 and 2 for Spann. But, Alvey really did fight a good third round. One of the better rounds we saw from Alvey in his survival run over the last, 3 years. But, yeah, a lot of people give him shit for that one. But, yeah, the thing with Spann stylistically, rangy striker, athletic. He's going to have the speed advantage in this one, I would say. And, he does have a good guillotine. But I don't know. It's just I don't rate a ton of these wins all that highly. He's shown some holes in his game before, and I think a good game plan for Krylov, or it's not really a game plan, it just kind of comes down to, I guess, experience or just being able to push this type of fight. But when it's clean, Spann looks good. But against somebody like Anthony Smith, when the fight just gets a little bit more ugly, Smith showed out in that one, got the W. And so for Krylov coming in, and it's a big spot for him, low key, he's fought just about everybody in light heavyweight and putting together a nice run here. He's ranked 6th or 7th in the rankings, I believe. So it's a huge spot for him. I believe it's his first main event. So yeah, big things all around here for both of these guys. But yeah, Krylov finally getting some respect, man. You look at all these quality wins here: Volkan Oezdemir, Johnny Walker, OSP. That's just in recent years. The losses respectable too. He was having a lot of success against Paul Craig before he's caught in a triangle. Against Magomed Ankalaev, wins the first round. Ankalaev ends up winning that fight mostly with clinch control, so solid performance there. And a loss against Jan Blachowicz, wins the first round against him too, then just gets caught in an arm triangle in the second. But yeah, in terms of skill set, very well rounded for Krylov. Moves well for the division. Sometimes his striking seems a little bit wonky, but he's got this karate base. But he does well enough, and he can definitely take a punch too. Definitely has a chin. He's been in some ugly fights against Volkan Oezdemir last time out. Eats some big power shots in the first round, but bounces back, wins that fight with his grappling. And I think that's what he should look to do here. Grappling would be, I would say, the best route for Krylov here. If he stands with Spann, it just leaves more time for Spann to use his reach and athleticism and find that perfect shot. But on the ground, as long as Krylov can watch the guillotines, which he has very good submission defense, he's fought his way out of some tight back takes and guillotine threats, rear naked choke threats, excuse me, in the past. So I think that he will be able to fight through that. And I think that if he can make it like Anthony Smith made it against Ryan Spann, just don't let him stand at range and get in rhythm. I think if he makes it that type of fight, he's just a little bit better on the ground. He's a little bit better at brawling. He's got a better chin. and I think that is the best route to go for Nikita Krylov. And, that kind of just sums it up here. We got the odds, minus 165 for Krylov, plus 140 for Ryan Spann. I agree with that. I'm going to go with Nikita Krylov, and I am going to bet. I mean, it's just like I just said. I just think that Krylov has been in more fights. I think his skill set's a little bit more well-rounded, and it's really just reach, power, and athleticism for Ryan Spann. But I think that Krylov has shown a good enough, sub defense, and a good enough chin to, make me decently comfortable with betting on him. I never want to say I'm comfortable with betting on anybody, but I am going to take Krylov in this one, just mostly for his experience. So, thanks for watching, guys. Share, subscribe, and take it easy.